The city is alive with activity.
Hi, I'm Dave Evans, and welcome to $9.99.
NYC Media knows everything about the city, and now you can take us with you everywhere you go. Our new iPhone app has tons of information about places to eat, things to do, and much more. Download the NYC Media app from iTunes and discover New York.
This week from New York Times TV, a yoga coach instructs his students on the seriousness of laughter. Movie critic A.O. Scott visits his uncle, the famed actor Eli Wallach. An actress struggles to drop her Queen's accent. And reporter Kelly Craig finds a clever transportation alternative. These stories and more from the New York Times.
I don't usually get car sick, but sometimes I do, and in here I never get car sick because it's a bike, and I like it because it doesn't pollute the air.
My name is Kelly Craig, and this is Rosie, the taxi bike. This is the bike that I take my kids pretty much everywhere in. If given a choice between the bike or a taxi or going anywhere by car or a train, the kids love riding in this. I think it sets a good example for the kids, and it's a lot of fun. Wherever we go, people wave and smile, and it's like being on a ride for them.
I went to a Chinese restaurant to buy a loaf of bread. The lady asked me what kind. Me and Jordan picked out the black and the pink, and just Jordan picked out this. Yeah, because George made it. Well, yeah. He makes bikes. My man named George, put it all together.
George Bliss, one of the owners of Hudson Urban Bicycles, and I build child carriers and cargo bikes. Was actually approached by a couple of mothers, can I build them something? And that led to eventually the first child carrier that I built, right around the time the Bakfiets, which means box bike, became popular in Holland, so about 3 or 4 years ago. This is brand new. We just finished building our first quad. This actually has space for 4 small children. There's space under the seats, so there's storage here for helmets. This sells for $29.50. We've built about 15 of these now. Kate Winslet has one. And I call these glamour moms. They look good while carrying their children, their groceries. It's part of their lifestyle, same as a station wagon or an SUV.
You know, the kids are getting bigger. I've had it for 2 years now, more than 2 years. As the kids are getting larger, my legs are getting stronger. But it's a really good way, a functional way to get my workout in and to accomplish something. It's pretty easy. It's a tricycle, so you don't have to be a great cyclist or anything. It's great for people that like to be outside. I'd say it's for a lot of people.
In the city, a group of people gather each week to take seriously the yoga practice of laughter.
And give me a laugh.
Often it is said that, look, you've got to be in the mood to laugh. To me, the motion of the laughter creates the emotion of the laughter. I'm not a comedian. I'm a very serious guy. I'm a healer.
Hello, how are you?
I'm glad to see you.
Laughter yoga is laughter therapy.
Whoever knew that a group of people could get together and laugh?
Okay, now you're lucky. Through series of certain yogic exercises, we induce laughter.
Everyone asks, how do you laugh? Do you tell jokes? No, we don't tell jokes.
We all just received this beautiful gift.
I'd say we just take life experiences and events.
And all of a sudden, we drop it.
And they're usually ones that we don't laugh at. And we turn it around and we laugh at it, because what can we do?
At first, I thought, this is ridiculous. I am a cancer survivor. I lost my 19-year job, and I ended a relationship 5 months ago. I walked into the place, and I said, I don't know how to laugh. And all of a sudden, I was laughing.
Okay, let's jump into the ring. Everybody jump into the ring.
If I spend a week without yoga laugh, I feel it and I crave it.
And let's fight for laughter.
I've been doing yoga laugh for a year. I have structural damage in my back. If I am in pain, I come and laugh. Yoga laugh is the fountain of usefulness.
I tell people I do the hardest and the easiest yoga. Bikram is the hardest, I think, and laughter is the easiest. Sometimes in life, there's no reason to laugh. We just feel like laughing. And it's symbolic of laughter itself. It doesn't cost anything. And yet, it's hard for us to do it.
We have separated laughter from reason. Very often I'm asked on the phone, what do I bring? Do I bring a yoga mat? No, you don't bring a yoga mat. You just bring yourself. Laughter is the most natural expression there is. The sheer connection to your better self. This is serious stuff.
Next, A.O. Scott takes a walk down memory lane with the good, the bad, and his uncle Eli.
Three mercenaries are stalking a fugitive at the beginning of Sergio Leone's spaghetti western, The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. The guy they're looking for, Tuco the Bandit, is played by Eli Wallach. Finally, after more than 90 movies in more than 50 years, he's being recognized with a Lifetime Achievement Award from the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences. For me, this is a matter of family pride. Eli Wallach, or as I like to call him, Uncle Eli, is my grandfather's kid brother. I recently went to visit Uncle Eli in his apartment on the Upper West Side of Manhattan to hear some stories of his exploits on and off the screen over the years.
I played Hitler.
That's you?
That's me. Your hands are shaking, huh?
Eli was already a star of the New York stage when he made his feature film debut in 1956 in Baby Doll, which was written by his friend Tennessee Williams and directed by Elia Kazan, also a close friend.
I believe in the presence of evil spirits.
What evil spirits you talking about?
Spirits of violence, cunning, malevolence, cruelty, treachery.
Baby Doll was condemned by the Catholic Church. And I thought, it's a very religious movie. I don't understand what the hell they're getting excited about. But the priest said, anybody who goes to see that play is in danger of being excommunicated. And I thought, I'm Jewish. What the hell are they going to know about me? Yeah, that's it.
For 62 years, he's been married to Ann Jackson.
Well, that was our 50th anniversary. 50 years, her show.
Annie and Eli raised 3 children, Peter, Roberta, and Catherine.
Peter did something once. Yul Brynner shot me in the movie, The Magnificent Seven. So Peter Wallach saw it, and he was about 8. When he came to me, he said, couldn't you outdraw Yul Brynner? I said, Peter, if it says I get killed, I get killed. There's nothing I can do. He had to shoot me. I had to die. Oh, I don't like it, he said. I don't like it.
I can't while you're watching me.
He's always kept a good sense of humor, and I've always known Eli to be a great storyteller, whether he's talking about himself or about the characters he's played over the years.
He turned away, and as he did, I pushed him off the train. pushed him off, and then I killed him on the thing. I killed him. Hit his head on the thing, and I kept thinking, Jesus, I did a terrible thing, but it was worth it.
The set for The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly was nearly as dangerous as what happens in the movie. He was carried over a mile by a spooked horse with his hands bound behind him and a noose around his neck. He risked decapitation from a passing train and was forced to endure not one, but 2 bridge explosions at close range. He also, improbably, had to share a bed with Clint Eastwood.
Anne said, well, you can boast about that. You're the only one that ever did. Slept with him. You like that? He'll have a fit when he is.
How about the landlord?
In more than 90 movies, over more than 50 years, working with some of the biggest stars and greatest directors around,
Let's go.
Eli Wallach has carved out a very special niche for himself. Pretty good for a kid from Brooklyn who's now on the eve of his 95th birthday. Uncle Eli, congratulations.
It just says, it's just a birthday. It's just a birthday. You got it? And I'd go like this.
Hey, boy! You know what you are! Just a dirty son of a bitch!
How did you get to taste all of this? Oh, God, these stories I tell. This has been a pleasure for me.
It's really fun.
I keep forgetting my lines.
Just to have it.
And now, reporter Sam Roberts meets an actress from Queens who's taking lessons from a voice coach to drop her telltale accent.
Hi, my name is Lauren LaGiudice. I grew up in Howard Beach, Queens. It's about like 40 minutes from the city. It's not that far. And then I went to school in a high school in Queens, and then I went to college at Wesleyan University, and that is where everything started to change. Plows, cries.
I'm Sam Roberts of the New York Times. For many actors, learning a New York accent can be the avenue to a great role.
Holding our hearts.
This is British actor Daniel Day-Lewis in Gangs of New York.
Stains the very streets we walk today.
Walks.
Tall.
But for New York actor Lauren LaGiudice and for other New Yorkers in all walks of life, the key to success may lie in losing their accent.
The wall. It's so hard. When I became an actor, I just knew it was holding me back. And people would see me as a street character, someone kind of rough around the edges. And so in order to change the way people saw me, I had to work on my voice. And in the last year, when doing that, it has transformed the roles that I'm being cast for. Who is that?
Harry, my son. Oh, come on, I must have told you about him.
Listen, it looks like you're busy. I knew I shouldn't have. There's a movie coming out, When Harry Tries to Marry, in February. It just debuted at the Austin Film Festival. And I would have never gotten that role if I was talking like that.
Open up the jaw.
Like other people seeking to change how they sound, Miss LaGiudice found a speech teacher to help her make the transformation.
It's in Manhattan.
Yeah,
rather than Manhattan.
Manhattan.
Yes. People come to me because they need a voice that will give them credibility. They want to feel stronger in connection to themselves and not the town they came from.
Law and order.
With Lauren,
I guess
I was working with her on the aw sound, which is a high back vowel.
A sore paw.
Most of us, when we're not trained, work only in the center of the tongue. Everything gets flat. Everything is like this. All right, I'll go back to my New Haven Jewish accent. More, rather than more.
Yeah.
New York has a very sing-songy. So the more you can hear that, the more you can start to even that out. And
As we move through all the sounds and we get those cleared up, we're going to move into melody.
The people I grew up with could be the cast of Jersey Shore.
Let's pick some out, girls. What are we gonna get on here? I really like the situation. Like, I love the situation. I mean, I didn't really show you guys, what's going on here. But
when you have very
that's
clear
the situation.
speech, I think that is an upper class thing, and just thinking that I deserve to sound that way, from a girl coming from Howard Beach to sound like I grew up on the Upper East Side, is holding a power that I didn't
know what to
come with.
expect.
He didn't know what to expect.
Almost.
And so, every week, Miss Lojudice meets with Miss Singer to learn how to drop her Queen's accent.
He didn't know what to expect.
He didn't know what to expect.
You're pushing on it.
But I do
Stress
get
it.
poked
The difference between...
definitely I get just like poking fun at me because my accent is different. My brother's like, what the hell is that accent? He's like, what the hell are you speaking? My sister's like, oh my God, water? Like water. I plan to tell you all about it later on. When people from my old neighborhood get frustrated with me, it's like, are you trying to be better than us? Like, I love my family, and I'm not trying to like run away from them, and it's like, it's divorcing yourself from where you came from, but yet you're not trying to leave them. You love them, but you are not like them anymore.
Next up, architectural historian Christopher Gray goes online to solve the mystery of Colonnade Row.
I'm Christopher Gray, architectural historian and streetscapes columnist for the New York Times. Every block I walk down, I'm looking for an odd detail, a strange building, New York's little mysteries. It's my job to solve them. The city and its architecture is my beat. People always mourn the loss of historic landmarks. Sometimes they aren't as lost as you might think. I'm standing here now in front of Colonnade Row, here on Lafayette Street in downtown Manhattan. At one time, a 200-foot-long swath of glistening white marble built in 1833. 70 years later, dry goods magnate John Wanamaker tore down half of the building, and it was safe to assume that the bulk of this once great structure was lost forever. But Colonnade Row had one last secret to give up, solved only recently with a Google search. It's such a pity the southerly half of Colonnade Row just vanished. Or has it? I got a tip from a reader a couple of weeks ago, and now I'm headed out to Morristown, New Jersey, where I think we'll discover a very peculiar twist in the history of these magnificent structures. The trail is led to the former home of Luther Kuntz, a prominent New York banker who is known to have collected sculpture and architectural ornament. We'll get back to him later. But since 1927, it has been a Benedictine monastery and the Delbarton School for boys. The school has had a puzzle no one could figure out. Generations of students came out to these woods and called it the Lost City. It was strewn with a mysterious set of architectural fragments, columns, capitals, bases, drums. Just a year ago, they were moved to the top of the hill. Let's go. These are magnificent. To an architectural historian, this is like seeing a giraffe on the veldt or some spectacular geological feature. The carving and size of these things is spectacular. Father Bennett Caffrey, archivist for the monastery, had one stray clue, like Rosebud, the name Wanamaker. Father Bennett, great to see you.
Great to meet you, Mr. Gray.
Thank you for having us here.
Wonderful to meet you.
Exactly. They're so sophisticated in their carving and original design, and yet they're so raw and deteriorated. What was your role in figuring this out?
I invited an acquaintance of mine, a woman named Martha McDowell, who is a landscape gardener and planner and researcher. She does, I guess, a lot of working with historical gardens around here. Her technique was the favorite, everybody's favorite, Google, and she put on, what was it, Wanamaker Corinthian demolition. Obviously, we knew they had been demolished and they were Corinthian, and so that's, well, in other words, the three things we knew. Beyond that, we didn't know anything.
They are spectacular just the way they are, and they must have been spectacular when they were out in the woods.
But they're spectacular, but the headmaster would like his parking lot back.
So around 1900, John Wanamaker demolished the southern half of Colonnade Row, and somehow Luther Kuntz acquired its remains, but we'll never know what he intended. This isn't a science. There's always so much chance in historical research. If Father Bennett hadn't heard of the Wanamaker connection, if the name of the store had been Smith or Jones instead of something distinctive like Wanamaker, if Marta McDowell hadn't keyed in the exact correct search string, if any of those things had happened, this would still be a lost city.
Reporter Kurt Semple visits with subway musicians who are far from home.
I am from Puebla, Mexico. In Puebla, you can find no jobs. That's why we came to New York, to try to make something better, you know, to make some more money. Now, I like New York because I got my kids here. I got my life already here in New York. I am Luis Tigre and I play accordion. I play music on the train.
This is Kirk Semple of the New York Times. Luis is part of a growing community of Mexican subway musicians who play norteño music, a style that originated in the borderlands between Mexico and Texas. The increase in their numbers parallels the rapid growth of the broader Mexican population in New York City.
I started to play like 15 years ago. My brother teach me. Oh, yes, I love the music. I love to sing. I love to play my accordion. I love my accordion too. I like it. I like the music. Sometimes we play from 54th Street to 14th Street. We play, because a lot of white people are over there, we play different music like Rancho Grande, Cielito Lindo, La Bamba. And we play over here in the Bronx too, to the train D and A train. In D trains, a lot of Spanish people. When we play over here in the Bronx, we play in the Spanish music, you know, different music.
The songs they play are often ballads about love, women, rural life, and the immigrant experience.
Yeah, everybody like it. So the people are happy. When they see me play, they are happy. They say bravo. They feel good.
The subway system has always been a draw for musicians from all over the world. But with more than 15 norteño groups plying the system now, these Mexican immigrants are among the most visible. It also comes with risks. Playing instruments on the trains is illegal, and the musicians are sometimes fined or detained by the police, but that doesn't stop them. Many of the musicians bounce between busking in the subway system and working part-time jobs in the construction and restaurant industries. Others play full-time in the subway because it pays better than any other work they can find.
Sometimes I make money. Only weekends I can make like $80, $75 on weekends. And weekdays I make like $50. I don't make too much. Muchísimas gracias. Thank you. Have a nice day. Thank you. I'm gonna play forever, believe me, because I love the music. I love to play. Yes, I'm gonna do this forever.